Got it.
Hold that because it's a real piece of glass and I don't want to damage or break it.
Got it.
Okay, so the first thing I think I want to try is removing at least most of the modules for the RAM, because that'll often cause the display not to display anything.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, I don't know what CPU you have exactly. There's a possibility it may not even support onboard graphics, which means even though you're physically capable of plugging a display into the motherboard, the video card being removed physically won't necessarily allow us to troubleshoot
Got it.
graphics failure. We don't know right now what might not be working. You say you physically replace the motherboard, the CPU, and you get the same results, not fixing the issue. So let's just start there.
Okay.
I'm going to unplug it. That's the safe thing to do. Didn't hear any beeps. Does it ever beep?
It had beep before.
Right. So there's no beep on
beeping.
boot. Got it.
That's usually like there's a reason for those beeps as well, right?
Yeah. So you get multiple beeps based on what's going on. And let's just see what happens when we remove a couple of these. Okay, so we remove two. See if we get a display right here. Still nothing. Let's see here. Oh, we got a display. I removed two modules. Got
hell
CPU,
yeah.
new CPU installed. Please enter setup to configure your system.
That is awesome.
Okay, so you might
Have a bad.
have a bad memory module. That's a common problem.
Okay.
All right,
These
so
newer ones I hear are like not as good anyway.
well, a lot of the gaming hardware is better and gives you a better what's it called, warranty, I guess, 3 to 5 year warranties
Mm-hmm.
versus the
God, I wish I wouldn't have thrown the boxes away then. Jesus Christ.
well, we don't know what. Yeah, well, you can still do RMAs and things if
Mhm.
you have a bad device. So what we're gonna do is hit enter. So it does see your new CPU.
Okay, well I put the old CPU in, so
Oh,
it
well,
might.
what's happening is it's recognizing the old one as new hardware
Yeah,
because there's
pretty
something
much, yeah.
changed. That's how that
Yeah,
works.
you opened it up, put something in.
Yes.
And done
anytime
it
something
twice.
gets changed, the computer says there's new hardware.
Okay.
Please enter setup to configure the system. Press F1. All right, so there's a good chance it's just a bad memory module.
Got it.
At this point, we still haven't seen a boot. CPU temperature 76 degrees Celsius. That's a little warm, especially since it
I don't.
just
I
started.
stock fans. Yeah.
Yeah, the stock. Got it. All right, so save and exit. That's F10. There's the F key on this thing. Yes. Boot okay. So let's reboot. See if it sees it. Do you have an M2? What are you booting on here? Where's your boot drive?
I think it's underneath.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
in
so
this
it's a,
little
yeah.
thing.
Is it a mechanical drive?
It's not an SSD.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not solid state.
Okay,
It's the
CPU,
older
there we
one.
are. CPU, temperature, air. It is, okay, so you do have an overheating CPU at this point.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting because it's only been on for a minute or two. So it's getting warm really quick.
Yeah. So
Wow. All right, so this is the old CPU.
this is the old CPU.
So maybe the CPU could have been damaged is what I thought you said?
Maybe, possibly.
All right.
Because that's
Do
yeah.
you still have the replacement CPU?
I brought it with me.
All right, well, that'll help. What I kind of want to do is just, like you said, pull that fan off and see if there's any thermal paste on it. Because if there's not, obviously that's a problem.
Yes. Big
But
time.
I would imagine That's a
I
factory.
brought thermal paste too.
Well, I have plenty of that. If
I'm
I don't have that, I got a problem.
Okay. Well.
What do you get paid to do, Chris? Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, I even
paste
have
things?
I have an AMD chip and a CPU, Intel chip to swap out just for helping to diagnose
Oh, gotcha.
failed motherboards too.
Okay.
Assuming I have the right chip for that slot.
Yeah. It's an i7. Well, there's also.
Well, yeah,
different types.
which generation?
8th
Yeah,
gen.
right.
I
Okay.
did a lot of research.
Okay, so let's.
Spent a lot of money.
I'm gonna wait a minute for that CPU to cool down.
Got
Then
it.
I'll remove the thing. I think at this point we're in it for about a half hour. It may or may not. I mean, I actually don't mind if you sit here while I work.
Got it.
But some people are bored by it.
No, I'm fucking.
yeah, I'm not one of those
I built
types
this
that
with my kids. So.
Yeah, I really don't mind if someone stands over my shoulder. Some people,
Yeah.
it's like, don't watch. It makes me uncomfortable. But me, I don't care.
Yeah. Got it.
So, yeah. So let's do this. We've pretty much confirmed this is part of our issue.
Part of our issue.
We'll put
And
those
then we
modules.
can get a display that says.
Yes, yeah. Now we need to. I'm going to also put these over here. And if you end up leaving, you're going to take that piece of glass with you.
I should put it in my thing.
Sure.
And grab that.
Yeah, because it's unnecessary. I may not need that CPU, but yes.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I'll hold on to it.
Got it. All right. Okay, so that's CPU. I need a flathead screwdriver. Let's see here. I need a flathead screwdriver.
I think this clock's a little higher.
Yeah. So that's the replacement.
Yeah. And
All
that
right.
one's like a 3.2. This is a 3.7, I think. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
Okay.
It kind of similar. It's the right gen.
Oh, this thing, your heat sink's actually fairly dirty too.
Okay.
You got a little dirt in there. I'll blow
Yeah.
that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Causing allergies.
Yeah. Okay, but so far so good. No, that's not. Oh, it's not even down all the way.
No.
So you didn't have it mounted all the way. That might have been part of the problem.
I mean, I've been taking that on and off.
Right.
So I mean.
Okay, so one of these was not even screwed down. Yeah, it's. I mean, I only undid one that was proper.
Yeah. I don't like that thing at all.
Well, no.
That
yeah,
thing
okay.
sucks.
So yeah, you see that's factory. There
Yeah.
is thermal paste on there, but it looks like just being installed a few times, it's worn away, and I don't see any residual here. So yeah, it's going to be. Let me see if it's cooled down a little bit.
Pretty hot, huh?
No, it's cooled down now after a minute or two because it's a small amount of material. But yeah, so what I would recommend, you can either go water cooling for $100 in hardware, or you can spend 30 or 40 bucks on just a better fan like this. One of the things I don't like is that these plastic pieces are finicky and painful to deal with.
I fucking hate those things.
Yeah, so if we buy a better heat sink, that might be the issue. This one was not even properly installed.
Okay.
And it looks like what happens is that you see how those teeth, they
Yeah.
spread out, they splay out.
Yeah, you know, I realized too, like, until I took this all the way back, I
Yeah.
couldn't even get the fucking stick into the
Yeah,
thing.
so this wasn't even properly mounted.
So
That's why
I-
your CPU's overheating.
Well, yeah, that and then the fucking thermal paste.
Yeah,
and-
so you get the CPU, the RAM module, that could have, if you're really lucky, that could have just been a reseat.
Yeah.
The chip might not actually be bad. So this is part of the root of your issue.
Mhm.
Your CPU won't let you get any further. And actually, I don't know, the last time I saw a CPU overheat just in the BIOS, because at the BIOS you're at idle. It's not until you
Yeah.
get to Windows where you
Did
start
I-
working everything out.
Did I then plug the PSU in wrong? Am I sending too much heat down the line, or?
No. Okay, so the only thing we have to worry about as far as heat goes is for the CPU and the GPU. GPU has its own fans,
Yeah.
and apparently you have some.
Lots of
it's
dust.
a dirty. Yeah, it's a dusty environment. You got dust everywhere.
Yeah.
So let's just. Yeah, let's just order. It's an int. Let me see here. for giggles, let me just see if I can properly mount this, and then we'll still work on replacing that. That is the problem so far. CPU is overheating.
Yes, that's what I figured it was. Got the new one.
Well, you couldn't tell without the display telling
Yeah,
you.
I couldn't see shit.
Now that we have a display confirming the theory. Let me get a flathead screwdriver here.
I needed the guru.
Yeah, it's alright. Here's one. Alright. Okay, that feels good. Yeah, it's hard to get these plastic pieces. Yep, I'm having the same problem you probably were.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
There we go.
You hear it, and
Yeah.
it just makes you think you're cracking the motherboard.
Oh, yeah, so the feet, yeah, so that is those little pointers, they don't want to, they're, because now that they've been splayed out, they're not close enough together to make it through the hole.
Yeah, like I had to pull.
Yeah.
You have to pull them all the way out.
Yep. Let's just
And
buy us a
then-
new, so you can either, yeah. Let's just buy a new,
Okay. Let's see how I only brought so much cash today.
well, I don't do retail, meaning I don't.
Yeah, I'd have to go get it, right?
Yeah, well, even I don't even know where you can buy that
Yeah,
sort
no
of thing
fries,
locally.
right? Yeah.
Right. Best Buy doesn't have the sort of thing.
They don't have. I went in there, and then
Right,
they would order
yeah.
it anyway. You know.
Yeah, Best Buy doesn't really
So
have
I
enough
need like
resources.
Newegg or Amazon.
Yeah, there's no local place anymore. Let me see what our options are. Let's go to Amazon.com.
So,
Let's see here.
because I'm gonna have to. Cause unfortunately, I don't have a bank account. I do cash. Only,
Yeah,
So,
all right.
So we can get the parts. I can go order them and then bring them.
Yeah, that's fine.
When I
Yeah,
go
it's
home
easiest for my bookwork
with
just
my
if you
mother.
buy your own hardware anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good. Perfect.
Okay, so what pin CPU is it? Intel
Intel. That's an i7
i7.
8700.
Oh, that's the actual box, right? Not for the
Yeah.
new chip. This is.
That's the new chip.
Oh, this is.
actually.
Oh, but it's the same pin.
It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different speed.
Yeah. I think
All right.
it's a 3.2.
That's a 8700K. 8700K
8th gen.
cooler. Right, there we go. Ooh, man, those Noctuas. That's the best air-cooled brand. $100 for an air-cooled setup. If we go air-cooled, you can spend less. Sarah, that's what you got for $15. It's basically
yeah.
bare bones minimum.
That came with.
It's sort of disposable, as you've experienced. You can't really reinstall them because the plastic becomes
Yeah.
boogered. Yeah,
Yeah. It's definitely boogered.
yeah, and that's why it's only $15 versus $80
Like,
bucks
yeah.
or more. Yeah, so this is probably the ultimate replacement.
For the air cool.
Yeah, let me see how much room. That is a big ass. Yeah, you got plenty of room.
Yeah.
So if we go that route with the Noctua fan, you should be fine.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to go with water cooling, that's also actually about $100. I personally, because I'm an enthusiast like water cooling,
Mm-hmm.
theoretically it's a quieter experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never done water cooling because back in the day
Yeah, there's your water cooling setup.
they would
That's-
leak and shit.
Well, that's these days the biggest issue. Theoretically, water cooling is less reliable, but of course it's more efficient. Just like
Yeah.
cars are water cooled, mostly. All right, so
I mean, yeah, I can.
we can
It's
go
really
either
up to
route.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue in either direction.
You'll install it.
Yeah, it's the same skill, same labor, and performance is similar.
Okay.
Technically, it's better with water cooling, but
I'll probably go for that then.
yeah,
Am I gonna need to go with more
more what?
memory?
Oh, we still haven't properly diagnosed that.
Okay.
If I put that memory back, it might actually be fixed. It might have been that you had a loose connection.
Okay.
Because sometimes you just have to reseat RAM.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get the water cooled then.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to just order that, bring it to me, that's fine.
Okay.
or if I can order it. I mean, you're just gonna pay me cash for the parts, right?
Yeah, I don't think I brought like $100 today.
Fine. Okay.
So that's why I would have to go borrow my mom's card
All right.
and use her bank account.
All right. Well, did you want to just buy the part yourself on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll get.
So there you go. I just did you have the details you need.
Yeah,
for the,
I'll just do the way you did.
Yeah, and you pay me for labor after it's all fixed.
Yeah, exactly. So.
So yeah, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to browbeat you in either direction. So.
I mean, at this point,
Not
I don't
two is
want
the
this to
best.
happen again.
Right, yeah.
So might as well
Yeah.
go that route. Might as well spend what I can.
Yeah.
So.
And that's an investment that'll probably last you another couple CPUs. So $100. There you go. You want to get?
Yeah.
The
I just
you
dropped
want?
400. So
Right.
it might do a new fucking
Right.
whole build
Yeah.
too. So.
Well, you may as well use hardware that's still working, and it doesn't seem that the biggest issue is your CPU overheating and your
Yeah.
RAM. It just probably needs to be reseated. All right, so 2200.
That's the one, the water cool one.
Oh, that's air cooled.
That's
Let's
air
do. If you're going to go with air cooling, this would be it.
Okay, the Noctua.
Yeah, the Noctua NH112A Alpha. Let's do Corsair, CPU, Intel, CPU, water cooler. Let me see what our options are here. Let's stick with a brand I know, like Corsair. Cooler Master's good. The Hydro Series H60. There we go. I just installed one of those a few days ago. A few weeks ago, I mean. Yeah, there. Oh, February, a month ago. So there we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here, let me take a picture of that.
yeah. It's the Hydro Series H60 all-in-one. Oh, AI. What's AIO stand for? All in. Yeah, all in one. Yeah.
Okay. Air cool.
Yeah. So, are you gonna buy it today?
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
go.
it'll be here tomorrow
Okay.
if you buy it within the next couple hours.
All right.
Do you want to leave this here?
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
leave
Cool.
this
Let me
here.
just get your information.
Do you wanna? Am I gonna need more memory? You wanna check that? Real fast,
We
or-
still don't know if that's part of the issue, and I don't want
Should
to
I
damage.
just get the fan first?
Get the fan because I don't want to damage the CPU by experimenting.
Right. Keep going.
Right. Yeah, it's like driving around without cooling. Yeah.
Got it.
You could
And
potentially
it's
crack
drive-
your
yeah,
block. Yeah.
Transmission. Yeah. Let's
Right.
Check that. Fucking-
Yeah.
let's
Further
see.
damage to transmission without fluid. Yes.
Yeah,
Same
gotcha,
sort of issue.
Gotcha.
So there we are. So let me just
Okay.
get your information. What's your name?
Ian. IAN.
Hold on. I-A-N. What's your phone number?
213.
You hadn't called me at any time in the past, have you?
I don't think so. No.
213
531
531
9264.
9264. Got it. Great.
Cool.
All right, cool. So call me as you head over with the replacement hardware. And yeah.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is that cooler. We could get a bigger one if you want, since this is actually a vent at the top. Is this your budget? You want to spend a little
I
bit
can
more?
go. I can do whatever.
Okay, because we could get a bigger. What's going to happen is that this hardware here, this is your radiator behind the fan.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to go basically replace this fan and go right here.
Got
If you
it.
want, if you want to go a little bit more overkill, you can. There's a bigger radiator that goes up here,
Uh-huh.
since you get the room for it, and this case is asking for it.
Right.
Yeah, I tend to do overkill whenever possible,
Sure.
and you're only spending an extra $50 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the CPU is like way more expensive anyway than fans.
Right. Let's see here. No, that's all. Let's see here. Stop it. No, I don't want the tower. Corsair, a water cooler. CP water cool. All right. That looks cool, but I want to stick with a brand I'm comfortable with. The iCUE, there we are. The Corsair. I bought that last June. There we go. So what's our? Still only $100. All right. Cool. See how it's double the size?
Yeah.
So you're dealing with more cooling fluid and a radiator that's twice the size. And instead of going here, it'll go up here.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, I just don't want to keep opening the
Here, take
thing
it-
and
yeah.
getting it dusty. That's
Yeah,
usually-
your case will last you 2 or 3 motherboards and computers, basically. So why don't you take a picture of this one? Yeah, the Corsair iCUE H100i RGB. There we go.
Cool.
So bring that to me, and then we'll throw it in, and I'll do it the same day you bring it in.
Cool.
So that's it. Got your information. You have my
Alright.
number.
What do I owe you for today?
Well, I'm gonna $50 now,
All right.
and then probably another 100 for actually.
Installing
So $100
it and all that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Cool. Do you need a receipt at all?
No, I'm good, man.
Cool. Thank you very
This is
much.
all my
Thank
own
you.
Bullshit.
No problem.
Cool, brother.
So I'm
Thank
just gonna
you.
leave it here, and yeah, you're gonna
All
order
right.
today.
Yeah, I'm
or it
gonna
should be
order
here
it
tomorrow.
today. I'm gonna go home and.
I do work tomorrow if it does show up,
All right.
but I'm off Sunday.
Okay, I'll give
So
you a
we're-
call.
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm off Sunday, Mondays. I work at Hercules in Manhattan Beach.
Sweet.
I'm
Cool.
cooking, so.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name again?
Chris.
Chris. Ian.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
All right. There we go.
Taking the glass.
Oh, good. Yes. Hi, Mike. How are you? You want to have a conversation? I do watch you on online also. I like your content. On
What's
what?
that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to a friend. I'm on the phone. Sorry.
Bye.
Alrighty. There we go. Done. Where is it? Where is it? There it is, yes. Got it. All right, everyone. How is everyone? Mike, do you want to have a conversation? How are you? All right. What else do I have to offer today? All right, is there anything else going on? Let's see, is there any news? Let's check and not iPad Air. How big is the article? I'm not going to read this whole article. Can a VPN be traced or hacked? The simple answer. I'm not going to read all that. Can a VPN be hacked? Nothing is impossible, but it's incredibly unlikely that a VPN would be hacked. At the heart A VPN is a collection of servers. In most cases, such servers don't actually store data for any length of time. On the other hand, this means if someone did hack into a VPN, they wouldn't actually gain much, but it also means it's simply not worth their while. There you go. Simple answer. I'll take a link and copy it. Copy YouTube. All right, let's see here. Do 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 do. Simply not worth their. Audio's good today. Simple answer. I'll take a link. Copy. There, I linked the rest of the article in the page. YouTube. How is everyone? Usually here around 10 a.m. If I'm not here on time, 10 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Someone's paying me to be somewhere else. How are you, everyone? All right, I'm gonna shut this door. How is everyone? Do I have anything else going on? Good morning. They just released new hardware. Just released new hardware. There we go. How is everyone? What is going on? Well, no one's here. All right. All right, well, I might go live later today. We'll see how busy I am. If I have something that's interesting, I'll be back. Anyway, see me again. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, I should be here tomorrow, somewhere around 10 a.m. If I'm not on time, someone's calling me to be somewhere else. 855-434-8787. Give me a phone call. Give me something to speak on. All right, I guess we are good. Mike, how are you? You are looking at a diagnosed as possibly CPU damage. It's overheated, which is interesting because we only got as far as the BIOS and we only left it on for about 2 minutes, which makes me wonder if the CPU is damaged. How are you? What else is going on? All right, I'll probably be back if I have something interesting to talk about.